Okay, so we're going to continue our Shiurim on Drush Lylah. We're in sort of the middle of Drush Gimel. Last week we ended off a little bit difficult. It was a little confusing. So we're going to do a little summary of what we learned last time, and then we're going to continue learning something new. So let me just give you a little summary of what's going on over here. The truth is, the Mefarshim, the Shem and Sasa, the Beis Lechem Yehuda, and others explain that it's a little bit confusing here, and I'll tell you why. Because there are a few different inyanim which are mishing a line over here. They are getting a little mixed up over here. And the Rizal just takes it for granted that you know what he's talking about, so he just keeps on going and goes back to the first yin, and second yin, third yin, back to the first, the second, and he starts mixing up. So it gets a little bit confused. So I'll explain to you as follows. There are a few different klalim you have to understand over here. The first klal is that the whole tachlis of all the Torah mitzvahs is to make a zivug, zav and nukva. To get these polar opposites to come together, and thereby creating a shefa, and that shefa will come to Klal Yisrael. It's as easy as that. That is the whole tachlis of all of this. Okay, that's the tachlis of all of this. To make a zivug, zav and nukva, is going to take us various stages how to make this tikkun of zav and nukva. So we're going to find out that it takes two zivugim in order to achieve what we want to achieve. Okay, you have to listen to every word I'm saying, because we're going to build up a little story over here. Okay, so it takes two zivugim in order to achieve what we want to achieve. As I just said, I'll repeat again, what we want to achieve over here is to get shefa from zav and nukva to come to us. And the only way to do it is by zivug. Now there's two zivugim. The first one is a hachana to the second zivug. Okay? So we'll see there's a preliminary zivug l'moshe by night. It always starts, the night is the beginning, and then by day is the ikka zivug. So all these zivugim we do by mariv and by tikkun chatzoitz, and all those yichudim that we do, all those are just hachana to the actual zivugim that we do by shachis. So let's take it the next step. So where exactly do we find these zivugim? We'll find it in our inyan over here is by Chatzois Lylah. That's Drush Lylah. Chatzois Lylah, we have a zivug between Yaakov and Leah. It doesn't really matter what their names are. There's a zivug which is happening. That zivug is going to happen al yadenu when we say Kriya Shema Alamita. When we say Kriya Shema Alamita, we say a pasuk Shema Yisrael, Shem Hakim Shem Echad, and then we say another pasuk Baruch Shem Kevod Malchut Olam Vayed. The first pasuk has to do with the zivug Abba ve'Ima. The second pasuk has to do with the zivug Zav and Nukva.
You just said Yaakov and Leah, and then you say other things.
Yeah, I said the name doesn't matter. I said Zun, Zav and Nukva, which could be Yaakov and Leah, Yaakov and Rochel, Leah Yisrael. It doesn't matter what the names are. Just said Zun. That's fine. Zun is generic. It could be Zun and Gedorim, Zun and Ketanim. Okay? So those are two things. Shema Yisrael has to do with the zivug creating between Abba and Ima. Even that's lav dafka Abba and Ima. It's really Yisrael Sabbath. We're not going into details right now. We're just saying the generalities, right? The general rules. Shema Lamita. Shema Yisrael, you're making a zivug between Abba and Ima. I'll tell you why that's so important. Even though we don't make any zivugim, we don't make any tikkunim in Abba and Ima, but we generate a zivug for them to pass shefa to Zav and Nukva, because Zav and Nukva can't do anything without shefa milamala, and Abba and Ima actually can't do anything without lemala, even though it's created militata. Is orus militata creates a shefa which induces all that, and then the shefa comes back to us. Shema Yisrael Kriya Shema Mita makes a zivug Abba ve'Ima, and then Baruch Shem Kavod, Malchuto Moed, makes a zivug between Za Venukva. In this particular case, since we're doing Kriyash Malabita, it would be Yaakov Leah. Okay. Those are only achonas, a preparation to when you wake up in the morning, you go to Shachris and you say Shema Yisrael and Yoitza, because there's two Shemas over there. So we're not going to get the first one. The second one, that's going to be the main one. Okay? So Kum Torois, we have two zivugim. One zivug by Lylah and one zivug by day. Those in Lashon Arizah are called shtei bias. Two bias. Bia Rishoina, Bia Shnia. I have to tell you those names because we're going to see that and the way it confuses a little bit. All right? So Bia Rishon is by nighttime. Bia Shnia is by day. And that's the Ikar. Now, we'll see that he throws in an Indian called Asiyas Keli Dunukva. Oh, one second. Before I move on to that next Indian, I have to tell you that in Bia Rishona, you will also find a musik called Rucha de Shade Ba'bala. Rucha de Shade Ba'bala. Okay? It's a Loshana Zohar, a Loshana Idra. Idra. Like Bomer. Shpiloni de Idra Hayom. So that's a Loshon, meaning that by Bia Rishona, the tachlis over there is not just to make a zivug, but more than that. What do we mean by hachona? Hachona actually means that we're going to do various things through this zivug of Zav and Ukva, particularly Yaakov Leah, that's going to give her koach to do various things. Various things. Okay? There's three things. I'll tell you them right now. Okay, one is then biurim of the nitzutzot, because we're talking about we're going into bia. By nighttime, we go down to bia. We know that nukva goes down to bia, and therefore we're doing the biurim and nitzutzot. The second thing is we're mekabel mezah et stipot mad, and the third thing is we're going to say it's in order to give her koach to mitzayat of vlad. Okay, those are just details, but you just have to know that in bia rishonim, it's only achona because it doesn't actually be moilid nishamas, which does the bia shnia. Shnia is actually the ikar, which creates neshamas. Bia rishoina is only there to do the preparation, as I said, that gives the koach to make the koach to mitzayah the vlad. It's not actually mitzaying the vlad. It gives the koach to mitzayah the vlad in bia shnia and to do the birurim, other things like that. Now, in order to do these two bias, you have to have a yesod of a nukva there. Without a yesod of nukva, nothing's going to happen. Right? Make sense? You can't make a zivug zav and nukva if nukva is not prepared to mikabel the what's called the mad or the tipa of Zah. Now, so how do you create a Yesod de Ima? A Yesod de Nukva it's called Miuch. Miuch. You know, we see this lotion in the Gemara, in Yevamos, right? The Gemara, it's also Gemara in Sanhedrin, right? That Ein Isha Mitzaberes Bebir Rishoina. Okay. Why? Because the first bia is only to create the keli, and the second bia is actually to me'aber the isha. So this is a musik called miuch. Now, what they used to do, the Gemara talks about this, is how they wanted to do how they wanted to be misaber bia rishoina. You know which Gemara I'm talking about? Yevamos, yeah. I think the Bnei Rabbi Yehuda or something. Tomo, yeah. So how they wanted to become pregnant by the first bia, because we said Ein Isha Mitzaber Bia Rishoina. So what was the problem? The bisulim are me'akiv the tipa from going in. Okay, so the whole tachlis of bia Rishoina is to make the keli, create the rechem, and therefore the next bia, that's when she can mikabel the tipa. So they used to do miuch, take away bisulim alidei etzbos. Right? the woman itself used to go into the rechem and disintegrate the bisulim. That way, when she had bir rishon, she would be able to make the zera of the zocha. In Kabbalah, the way it explains, we'll see this right now, that's called the Yedei de Ima. The Yadayim de Ima. Yedei Ima. Okay? And what that actually means is that she has a Ima. I know this is a bit stretched out, but you have to understand it's complicated, this little piece over here, so I just have to give you all these ekdomas. Ima has Shtei Yadayim, Chesed v'Gvur. And as explained, we saw last week that the last year is that the Ima is on the tzad small, which is Gvuras. So, and she gets these Gvuras from Arich. We saw there's 5 different places in Arich where she gets it from the Puma, from the so on and so forth. The Gvuras will finally come all the way down to her hands, and they represent the 5 Mansapach, or the 5 letters of Elohim. And this Shefa will come down, all the way down to the Yesod of Nukva, penetrate into the Yesod of Nukva, creating Ki'ilu, this effect of Miuch, thereby creating the Keli of Nukva. This obviously precedes the first Bia. Okay? So, to put everything in a picture, let's put it all together now. There's Indian of Miuch Yadayim, Miuch Besulim, and the Biur Rishon, Biur Shneya. So, it's Chatzotz Lylah. Chatzotz Lylah, what happens Chatzotz Lylah? You have the Domita. The Domita meaning Zah goes to sleep. We know that the Zah goes to sleep, the Moichin of Zah will leave him and hover above his head. Okay, what's the Moichim? The Moichim are a shtikla from Yisro Saba and a shtikla from Ima, from Tvuna. The Moichim of Yisro Saba will still hover above his head. And the Moichim of Ima will go directly to Nukva. Those Moichim are a reference to these Yadayim of Ima. They were going to Nukva, and we'll have 2 tachlisim. One tachlis we're saying to create the Keli of Nukva, in order for her to mekabel all these benefits. She'll have a Yesoid now. And then also, the Moichim, since they go directly, they're not diluted, and therefore she'll be able to grow up Kol Koima de Yaakov, and therefore she'll be able to make a Zivug. Okay, those 2 benefits. The other Moichim of Yisro Saba of Tvuna, of Yisro Saba, remember, only part of it went to Nukva, it's going to go to Abba V'Ima, induce a Zivug in Abba V'Ima, and therefore they're going to give down Shefa to Abba V'Ima, to Zah, in order to make a Zivug. What actually happens is Zah and Nukva will, once the Shefa of Ima goes into Nukva, she goes up Kol Koma, they both go up to Abba V'Ima, Chek Abba V'Ima, they actually float all the way up to Abba V'Ima, and Mikoach, the Yisro Saba's Tvuna, the Yisro Saba's Shefa that goes up to Abba V'Ima, induces a Zivug and gives us the koach to make a Zivug for them to go up there and make a Zivug. Okay? So that's all. Yeah. Za V'Nukva. Okay? That's all in the realm of Chatzos Lylah, Kriya Shema Almita, Pasuk Rishon, Pasuk Sheni, Chatzos Lylah, the Domita, and the Nesira. Okay? So you have all that. Now, you created a Keli for Nukva. You had the Bir Rishon, which you gave the Rucha Deshadi Ba'ala into Nukva's Keli. Okay, and you have all those benefits. Now she has a koach to mitzayah the vlad. She has a koach to do the birurim in her yesoid and all those milas. Then, the next morning we go to Shaar. We say Shema again, Nachamo, Shema Yisrael, and Baruch Shem, and that's going to create the 2 benefits again. Abba v'Ima will make a zivug. Abba v'Ima will make a zivug. That will create Shefa for them to give Shefa to Zah. Zah, we're going to say Baruch Shem, will make a zivug. And that's going to be Bia Shniya. Where you have Bia Shniya, that's when you moilid neshamas chadoshas. Moilid neshamas chadoshas. And that's what we want. We want to be moilid neshamas chadoshos. Stam agav, so what is the toilets for us, the bnei odom hatachton, as it's called the Lashon Arizal? Bnei hatachton, what is the benefit for us to make a zivug rishon? For us to induce a zivug zav v'nukva, what do we actually get? It's all Kabbalistic, all in the oilam ruchnis, but do we get any benefit? Do our neshamas get any benefit from making a tikkun chatzois or kresh malamita, or all these zivugim? What do we get out of it? So the answer is yes, of course we get a benefit. First of all, we get the physical benefits of going to sleep at night and our neshamas go up. Okay? And by doing that, we feel more rested in the morning. Is that correct? So how does that translate Kabbalistically? Kabbalistic, it means is that your neshama got a chizuk. Your neshama got a chizuk. So we know that the neshama goes to a place at nighttime called the Yesod, the Nukva, the Olam Atzilus. The Yesod, the Nukva, the Olam Atzilus. She'll go up, our neshama, you go to sleep and your neshama goes up. Where does it go? Is it Gan Eden? To be more specific, it goes to the Yesod, the Nukva, the Olam Atzilus, over there. And there, as we spoke last time, I'll just remind you, according to the Rizal, you get a chidush neshama, meaning like this. If a person, obviously, in Odom ba'olam shelo chata, everybody will do some type of chet that day, either lashon hara or something big, something small. If it's a small chet, you have a pagam in your tzulamim, as we said last week. Tzelem is the covering over your neshama, and therefore by you going up, your tzelem is repaired. If it's a big chet, your whole tzelem is removed because your tzelem is completely full of pagamim. Have a tzelem ra, it's called. And therefore, you need a completely new tzelem. That tzelem is removed, and you're given a new tzelem. That's the benefit you get by going to sleep at night. Biyadcha kilruchi. Biyadcha means in your hand, I leave my ruach. Means I'm leaving my tzelem there, and then I'm coming back either with a chidush in my tzelem, or I'm coming back with a completely new tzelem. Okay? So ad kan this hagdama. Anybody have any questions? Comments?
First you said that about the Bir Yishena.
Yeah.
I had a question about that. Bir Yishena, it's a chana or something.
That's right. Always the beers by Lylah are achanas to the beers b'yom.
It's a chana. It's not really going to be made.
No, it's not going to be moiled
Then
any.
you said afterwards that we do the Indian of the Yadayim of Imo, which is going to make a meal.
That's
It's
right.
going to
That's in the domita. The domita, Zah will go to sleep. So the moichim which he has in him, the moichim, the ima, are coming out, and they're going to go into nukva.
So you are trying to generate misaberes from Bir Yishena as well.
No,
if you're trying to do meal. That's the whole purpose of the meal.
That's the whole point of miuch. Yeah, for the bnei adam atachta, not for the olam haruchni. That's a good point, but obviously it works differently. It works differently in the olam haruchni. That you still would not gain. She would not mitzvah aberes. You wouldn't have neshamas chadoshos. Yeah.
So only for us, only for Tachten.
Only for the oilam atachton, for the bnei atachton, that they could do such a shtick. Even though theoretically or medically, ein isha mitzaberes b'bir rishoina, if they misalik the besulim, if they take away these besulim out of the milk, then takish the gemara is muchach that she would become
So
pregnant.
why is the meal happening then?
Why is the much where? In oilam atachton or oilam elyonim? Oilam elyonim is different. That is to actually make the keli yesod the nukva.
Not for the Bir Yishena to work.
Ba'asher u'sham, it's closed. There will be no bias there. It's absolutely closed. Nistam mayonas, closed. So the meal comes in. It's a good question. The meal comes in and will open up that yesod. The bir rishona will come to ferment it and give her the koichos she needs to and all the segulas there to mitzayetz of vlad. And tomorrow morning, then they'll have a proper bia, and therefore a vlad will be created.
So why do you need it?
What do you mean need what? Just
let the Bir Rishona happen without the milk.
the bir rishon won't be able to get in.
Well, by Noida Tachten Bir Rishona works.
Okay, it's different. I told you it's different. Even though we say no, it's a good question, because even though we say B'Tselem Elokim, we're B'Tselem Elokim, and whatever happens Be'olam Elyon happens in Tachton and vice versa, but we do find exceptions. We do find exceptions. There are differences. There are differences. And
Why
this
is
is one.
there zivug in the day? I thought you saw the Kadeshim.
Is one of the differences. Nachanami. We don't make zivugin by day or hayom, but in the, over there it's always or. Okay.
That's
So
all mitzvahs. I mean, that's not dafka this thing. You're making zivugin the whole day.
all
so
the
you
time,
can't-
yeah. Yeah, he's asking general, yeah. So
Like they asked about how can you do tshuva in Kippur, which Baruch is Korea Gzadin. Yeah, how can you be Korea Gzadin?
yeah.
Ask us about you saying a person wakes up fresh and refreshed, but you haven't yet done.
Right. So can you repeat that? So in the morning you wake up
You wake up
fresh.
fresh. And
Yeah.
So that's because the zivug of whatever it was. No, is that what that? How did that happen?
How that happens? It just happens that you go up to the Yesod Nukva, and she has the koach to mechadish your neshama.
Even without the zivug, without the actual zivug.
Yeah, your neshama doesn't work with that. You just get a toelet minatzat. So you have all these things that we spoke about are happening mitzido, and your neshama goes and gets benefit. Then she has the koach to either be machlif your yitzelim, or to mesakin yitzelim.
So also, if you don't see Krishma, you won't come up fresh. Or try that someone else's Krishma works for you as well.
No, it has nothing to do with it. Has nothing to do with it. You want to become fresh in the morning, all you have to do is to go to sleep and come back. It's an automatic thing. It's an autonomy in the Shemaim that Hashem said, if you go to sleep, it's like an aliyas man, as we spoke about many times. That your neshama, it itself is doing a tikkun in the olam haruchnis. Because anything that moves has a counter effect on everything else. Everything else will move. That's called an aliyas man that will create a zivug and so on and so forth. Besides those tikkunim that you're making, in the olam haruchni, you are going to make yourself, you're going to get yourself in a position where you're going to get a chiddush in your neshama and become more refreshed and sort of like a tshuva, because you're getting a free repair on your neshama, and that's why you feel better in the morning. That's the way it works. So it's like this question you always ask. So what happens if I don't do all these kavanas? What happens if I don't do the kavanas? Or the tikkunim happening anyways? Right? You just ask, if I don't say Shema at night, did I miss out on this tikkun? The tikkun's not going to happen? Of course it's going to happen. Except if you want a chelik in it, you want schar and you want a chelik and you want to be part of it, then you mitztarev by saying it.
Actually, they're stronger.
Huh?
Actually, they're stronger because they go koich hamachshava.
I don't know, it's hard to tell.
What?
It's hard to tell whether it's strong or not stronger.
No.
Yeah. There's 5 or 6 teruts into this question. It's like, what are you doing by saying, making these tikkunim and making these yichudim? If they're happening anyways. They have to happen anyways. Because if not, if Hashem left it for us to do all the tikkunim, we'd be in bad shape. We'd be really bad shape. Because even when we are doing all these kavanas, our kavanas are not really 100%. So the Eibishter does it without us, except he gives us a schus that we're able to mishtativ pu'ula in there. What we get out of it, that needs to be 5 different tools into this question. All right, makes sense? Okay, now let's try to see it inside, because like I said, these inyonim are, everything I spoke about, hopefully it made sense, and this mahalach, because they're all mixed up really in this tush. And the Mefashim are sort of complain a little bit. They're sort of venting over here in this tush. What's going on there? He's putting all these things together when they're all three different inyanim. So up to the words v'soda keli hazeh inyanuhu. So here now he's talking about this inyan of of miuch, which has nothing to do with the bias. It's a different inyan altogether. V'soda keli hu inyanuhu. כי נודע מה שאומרו חז"ל, דאין אישה מדברת מביר ראשונה, וגם אומרו חז"ל, דאין אישה כורתת בריס אלא למי שעשה כלי. ועניינו, כי בביר ראשונה נויצם הזכר, now he's talking about oilem התחתון, because again, milch has nothing to do with the beer in the oilem העליון, so he's talking about התחתון. כי בביר ראשונה נויצם הזכר בנוקבה 5 גבורות. ואילו הנשארס תמיד בא בסוד שדה בביע בבחינס שם הוויה דההין, הנקרא הוכה דשדה בגבה. או בכוחם הימלה אחר כך בשעה הביאס את המן תמיד. Okay? So Indian number 1 he's starting with is Bir Rishona. Bir Rishona will give you, what is Bir? He's giving over to her what's called Havaya de Ben. Havai de Ben. And this Havai de Ben is called also in Loshan Azor, Rucha Deshadi Begava. It's a Ruach. He's giving her a Ruach or a Tipa or a Zera or a Havai de Ben. These are all synonymous for the same thing. And that gives a what? Koach Limal Achakach Bishah Bias is a man that every time after the Bias, she'll be able to be Mali that up to a higher Bechina, which calls a Havai, and then for her to get a bigger Shefa. V'gam Yesham Hachona Besod hahu likabel tibas mad. There's another benefit. And now she'll be able to mikabel later on what's called the tibas mad. Because the tibas mad is when Za gives her a tipa, that's called tipa Za, which goes into her. When she gives up her shefa upwards to misor tikun lemala, it's called aliyas man. When she receives something, a tipa from Zad is called tipas mad, and that what is that tipas mad going to do? Litzayram bitziro vlad. V'im lo haya bo'oitza keli, kol tipas shel Shaar bios hayo nifsodos umivatlos. V'lachkach ein isha mitaberet bebir rishona, ki atipa rishona hose kli, v'achar aliyo is sham kli, as sha tipos shel achakach nitztayros sham. Right? So you have Tipa Rishoina making the Kli, not 100% because you'll still need the Indian of Miuch, which he's going to talk about now. And then Bir Shnia, that's when you're Me'abel. Right, but now we talk about Miuch.
It's much right here that the problem is not the Besurim, the problem is the Tipa Rishona is a Kili. The first Tipa is actually creating Kili.
Yeah.
It's not just the fact that we need to remove Besurim.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not 100% clear. It's not 100% clear, but that's not the way it works. It helps to create the keli, but doesn't create the keli. It helps. Okay? Because we'll see in a minute that here it says clear, the next shtickle, this is what creates keli. V'hine, bizman rishonim hayu motzim bisulim be'etzba, here's the Gemara. והיו ממחים ביד, וטעם היה כדי שגם בביאה ראשונה לא הייתי לבטלה. והיו מסכים על כלי שבו באצבע, כנצבע וגם בביאה ראשונה. Yes, Gemara in Yevamos Lamed Dalit, that Beis Rebbe, Tamar Sheman. Now we know that Nukva's name is the same is also has a remes to Tamar. That in order to create her keli, you need what's called a miuch. So in the oilem hatachton, like I told you, they used to actually do the miuch b'yadayim with the etzbos in order that the zera shouldn't go levatala. All right, that was Tanaim. But basically, it was the basic Rabbi Yehuda Nossi, and basically Rabbi Yehuda Noshim there. The inner miuch ze haya lemala benukva eliona deza. So see that? Until now he talked about oilem hatachton. Now he's talking about oilem elion. It also would happen this inner miuch. But except it would happen a bit differently. Because even like you said, even we said before, even if you do miuch, you still wouldn't get mitzabel. Ki yad elyona de'ima yarda b'yesod shela. So the yad, figuratively speaking, was going to go down to the yesod of nukva, Ume'acha oisa be'etzba. The etzba reference are the 5 gvuras. Those are etzbas. V'takna oisa ve'as lekli. See, meforish. Aso kli. V'nisha sham bebechinas 5 etzbas ima ilo tamid. Letzorach hakeli denukva dezah. So this is really the first step. First step is you have to open up or create what's called the kli of nukva. How do you do that? With the 5 etzbos, which means the 5 gvuras are coming from ima, which is going in there and sort of exploding that mokum and creating what's called the kli or yesod nukva. It says sod mikadish Hashem konenu yadecha. As possibly we say, yirtzeh. What does it mean? Mikadish nikra adnus shehi nukva dezah. Hine. Yadcha elyonim konenu v'takenu oiso ve'osubo b'chilas keli nizkar. So what does it mean? Kaddish adus konenu yadecha. Through the yadecha, it's konenu that creates the yesod of nukva. V'hine k'mosh yadata ki b'kol yom v'yom chozim mistalik mochim. Now he's going back to the first inyan of Adomita now. See, he's going back and forth. Chos nistalek amorchim elyonim mizun. Hine amorchim ahem hu metoch nai deima kenoda. Kivan shenai mistalkim. That's domita. Mikosh shekim shegam yadayim deima shem yoysa gvoy min anai mistalku gam hem lemala v'nizbatu le'kil shala. Right. We talked about the yadayim. Those are the chesed gvu of ima. So when Zah's sleeping, which he has already in him, the nai. So once the nai goes out, the chesed and the gvur will also leave him. Because you could have a kasha. One second. Once I made the keli of nukva, that's it. Schon gemacht. Why do I have to keep on doing it? Because this process of waking up, going to sleep, waking up, going to sleep is happening all the time, and therefore that's closing up the yesod of ima, the yesod of nukva, and therefore nachmo b'kol yom yom tamid. You're going to have to rebuild her yesod. Achas lahamshich la b'Lylah al yedei zivug, osi yadam elyonim, kidei likonan avalashes klei b'yesod shabav, v'zit tzorach b'chinas shnitz. Shil she'achikach b'zivug hayom, toch halaylo tzman litzer v'lodos kenizka. So right, this is only Pasha Rishon. Pasha Shniya b'yom, you're going to have to do another zivug where then you're going to be able to sire the blood. By night you're not doing it. That's not the tachlis of making a zivug by nighttime to create new neshamas. There's no keli yet. You're just in the process of creating it. Chidush neshamas. What are you doing? You're going to sleep and you're feeling better in the morning. That's called chidush neshamas. That's what's happening at nighttime. כדוגמת לכלי שבו שגם הוא מתחדש עתה בזיווג של הלילה בפוסק זה שבור שם קבוע מרתו לעולם ועד של הקרא שמה על המיטה כמובן אצלנו. So when you say that, remember it's a בור שם is for the זיווג זע ונוקבה and שמע ישראל is for אבא ואמא. ואחר אשר נתקן הכלי בפוסק בור שם קבוע מרתו לעולם ועד Nitkan. That means you're in the process of creating that keli. V'az anu omu ma'achya apostle b'yadechav ki l'ruchi la'lo Hashem sham toch hakeli ahu shenichadish ata et nishmosenu kidei shenichadishu gam hem ata b'layla. See what's happening over here? So it's Haba Hotalia. You say Shema Yisrael, that helps for Abba V'Ima Zivug. You say Baruch Shem, that's creating a zivug zavenukva, which is independently creating her, obviously her yesod. You go to sleep, your neshama goes where? Goof in that mokum where you created the yesod, the nukva. You understand? You opened up a mokum where your neshama can go. Isn't that amazing? Va'acha bezivug hayom, now it's tomorrow morning, you go to shachitz. Right? V'az kivan nitkana keli keniska. You already did it by now. All the achonos. V'az motzim neshamas chodoshos. Elo she'ein rag besod ach ba'ar keniska le'el ki acher choban eino ela be'ofen zeh. Because bizman beis hamikdash, when we used to make a zivug, it was panim bepanim. Mamash gewaltige zach. Now shvach hamaises, it's choban beis hamikdash. Or you can only make a zivug ach ba'ach. ועל דרך זה, הוא גם כן בזיווג אלו דאבא ואמא, כי בפסוק ראשון קריאה שמע, שהוא שמע ישראל של הלילה, right? doing קריאה שמע למיטה. First פסוק שמע ישראל, you make a זיווג between אבא ואמא. ואז נעשה תיקון, בחינס תיקון כלי יסוד דאמא עצמה. על ידי ידיים, אחרס יוצא עליונס. Because Ima also needs to open up a yesod. That's going to be the yadayim of Arich. The yadayim the Arich will come down when you say Shema Yisrael. It's going to make the tikkun or the keli of the yesod, the Ima. ואחר שנעשה כלי בפוסק ראשון זה שמע ישראל, והנה אחר כך בפוסק שני של ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד, היא מכוננת כלי נוקבה דזה על ידי הידיים שלה מורידה אויסר למטה ביסוד שבה. So what's going to happen when you say ברוך שם, then the ידיים of Ima now go all the way down to יסוד the nukva and open that up. ואחר כך בקריאה שמע דשחיס, that next morning, as בפוסק ראשון זה שמע ישראל, נחמו, you say שמע ישראל the next morning, מזדווג אבא ואמא זיווג גומל. ואחר כך בפוסק השני, ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד, מוריד לאמא הכוח השפע מהוציא מן הזיווג גומל שלה, כנסגר לנוקבה דזהב, כדי שיהיה בה הכוח לעלות זמן של המוחים ההם, והוציא נשום הזכורות שבזוג, עם אמידה כנסגר לאל. So same thing happened, same process. Whatever happened by nighttime, in the form of hachon, is going to happen the same thing by day. You're going to have the same yadayim coming down, the same process over here, except this zivug is on a higher level, and that, therefore you'll be able to motzi neshamas chadoshos, which is a powerful thing. וכאן כיוון הסביר, זה בפוסק בספר התיקונים, וכי פוסק שמע ישראל הוא כנגד אמא, ברוך שם, אמא ואבא, וברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם הוא כנגד מלכוס.
So when does Ima do it, by night or by day?
Excuse me?
When does Ima do it, by night or by day?
Both.
Both.
You say Shema Yisrael by night, and you say Shema Yisrael by day. It's the exact same thing, except that one's a hachana and one is a proper zivug. והנה, כבר ידעתי כי נוקבה דזה...
The Shema has percent after night. Within a nacht, this Shema.
Yeah, before Chatzos.
Right. Not by day, not the night evening before or something.
Sorry?
Not so this. After Tzeitzak Chom, it has to be that last one.
After Tzeitzak, no. After Shkia.
There's no point saying Krishma on Mitzvah Chatzis.
Theoretically, no, because the zivug has already happened. That's why those who do say a bracha, you say a bracha for Kriyat Malamita? No? You say bracha? Yeah, mafia. So as they say, after Chatzos you shouldn't say bracha.
Who said that?
Poskim.
Which Poskim? The Poskim Kabbalistic.
Yeah. I think Kabbalah Chaim says it. It's like a pshara. I mean, we don't say, I personally don't say a mapil, we don't say bracha b'chad, but that's my meaning. But those do say, but since it's over Zman, they say, Zecha, you shouldn't make a bracha. But anyways, this is different, but, alright. V'hine, kvar yadati ki nukva dezah nikra Esther. Now he's going to prove to you over here why is it you have to make you have to make this Inyan all the time, trying to open up the Pesach of the Yesod. Once you did it. So the answer is because Nukva Dezah is called Esther. Ki haita Esther rachma tsar v'chaviva al bala, right?
I thought she was called Rachel, Leah. New name.
What? Yeah, I thought there was an issue about names here, right? No way. He gives gematries and things like that in order to prove he's not just throwing things out over here. Okay. Shaar Kavan is more of a kitzur of the Etz Chaim. If you want to know all the arichas is what we're saying, the Makor is all the Etz Chaim. Here is just giving you more halacha. It's like the Shulchan Aruch, like giving you like halacha. So this is where's this Gemara over here? In Yuma. I think it's Gemara Yuma. What's that? Esther Rachba, but then the Gemara say, it's Gemara Yuma. Haita Esther Rachma Tsar Chaviva Al Bala. That's what the Gemara says in Yuma Daf Chav Tes. So what does that mean? What does the Gemara mean? Ki tamid mayona sosum kibesula. ולכן אנו צריכים לחדש בה בכל יום בכנס קהילה יסוד שבה כנסגר. So he's bringing a rye for himself why you have to keep on opening up this yesod, because you see the nukva's yesod is always sosum tamid. ואחר שביאנו אינן שינה לתוארס עליית נשומות התחתונות בכל לילה, וזה יסבר גם עניין שינה ודורמיתא של זה. בעניין הוא. כי גם הוא, בעץ השינה שלו, אוי לנשמוסו למעלה באמא אילו. Remember, he has two types of moichim, Yisro Saba's moichim that come out of him, and Ima's Tvuna's thing. Which said Ima's Shefa goes up to Nukva, but the Shefa of Yisro Saba will go up to Abba V'Ima. What happens over here? He's creating or generating a zivu between Abba V'Ima. Oile nishmosa lemala be'ima ilo, v'liyasham besod man. That's the alias man. Kedei lizaveg et Abba V'Ima. That induces, when he goes to sleep, his neshama goes out of Za, creates a zivug Abba V'Ima. Kedei shemina zivug uhu, yimshu chamuchim letzor nukva de Za, kedei livnoisa v'legadla kishiur komasa. Right? Because then that will induce a shefa Abba V'Ima. Abba V'Ima then will give directly shefa to Nukva in order that she could grow the whole koma of Za. V'hine yesh bikan inan echad v'hu ki hine lif'amim oile Za levado lif'amim olim shneim. There's an inyan that sometimes we find there's an aliyah neshama of both of them and the neshama of only one of them. It's very interesting here.
Za and Nukva, you mean?
Yeah, Za and Nukva, or even a man and his wife. A man and his wife. והננו, כי הנה אנחנו מצינו ראינו כי גם נשומות התחתונית בעץ השינה אוילם נשומות של הזכר ונקבות. והטעם הוא כי כיוון שלצורך עליית נשומות זה בסוד מן הוא לצורך התחדשות הנשומות הזכר ונקבות. Remember, the whole point of sleeping is in order to feel better in the morning. That's called the chidush neshomos. ולכן צריכים כולם לעלות. Everybody has to sleep. There's no thing. They say, well, 3 days without sleeping, you die. לפי שהכלל הוא שלאוילם אין שום מן אוילם לצורך עצמה, אלא לצורך זולוסו. That's a big chiddush. Shoma klal zeh. So what does he mean over here is that, it's interesting because when you go up, you actually you are making a tikkun in your own neshama, but also you're making tikkun zuloson to somebody else. To somebody else. That's the rule. Because you're all interconnected. V'nimtza.
So that's one of the answers is that even if I don't say Shema, someone else is saying Shema, so I can be learning from that tikkun.
Well, we'll see how much tikkun you get. V'nimtza ki man shel nishma anukvim oilos letzorch nishamas zechorim, or man shel zechorim oilos letzorch nishamas the nekevas. Okay, so they work vice versa. Ben zivugo umizen nilmad le'inyan zun. כי כאשר זון צריכים שניהם לקבל מוחים, אז צריכים שניהם לעלות בסוד מן. וזה לצורך נוקבה ונוקבה לצורך זה. ואז כיוון שהשפע והשפע בא לשניהם, מוכרח הוא שאתה תהיה נוקבה תפילה את זכר. ואז היא מקבלת מוחים שלה על ידי זה בעלה, וכיוון שהרוס נמשך לה על ידו, יש שתהיה שווה כמויסה, ואינו נגדלס Shiur komasa. Remember, that's the rule. In order for her to receive shefa, there's two ways. Either she receives it via Za, but the chison is that she's not going to grow. She's going to say, remember, she's very short. She's only by the 9 Za. There's another way she can get shefa, though, is directly from Ima, and the benefit of that, she'll be able to grow. So if they both go on Elias Ma, they both go to sleep, and they both on Nia, they both lose in the Shabbos, they come down, the shefa will come via Za, and then to Nukva, but she won't grow.
How can you if I buy Nukva to Za? We're saying, how does Za get Shpor from Nukva?
But that creates a zivug, when they go up, creates a zivug Abba V'Ima. Abba V'Ima will give a shefa directly to Za, called Chasadim Gvuros. Za will take the Chasadim and give a little bit of the Gvuros over to Nukva.
I see, but by Nukva, she gets it from Za, so therefore she has to be smaller than Za.
Yeah.
Mashenkin,
Omnam. Kasha Morchim Hem L'Tzorch Nukva Levad, when the whole Tach is only for her to grow, as oile Za levado besod man letzorch muchen. That way, the domita only he goes to sleep. She doesn't go to sleep, right? Domita he goes to sleep letzorch that she should grow. Shel nukva. V'az he be'atzma mekabeles muchim shela shelo yidei Za. לפי שאין בה עתה מעורב מוחים שלו ושלה יחד, כדי שנאמר שהוא מקבל לשניהם תחילה ואחר כך הוא נותן ביודו אליה כמו בזמן שניהם עולים לצורך מוחים של שניהם, וכן כיוון שהוא עולה לבדו עתה בסוד שנייה דורמיתא כנזכר לאל, וכן המוחים שלה מקבל לעצום היא על ידי עצמה שלא על ידי זה, ועל ידי כך Nivnis v'nigdales kol shel komazak kinizka. That way, the benefit is that if he only goes to sleep, she gets all the benefit, and therefore she will be able to grow kol komosa, and therefore that's the benefit that they were able to go make a zivug because we're the same koima. Okay, good. So we'll stop it here, and we're up to Dush Dal in Hashem. Okay, good.